Well, I think he's really doing a great job. He's he's got a lot of confidence out there. He's always been a guy that had good confidence about him. But I think the thing that I've been most pleased with through really the entire time I've been around him is his consistency, because that's an area in which you have to really embrace if you're going to be a good point guard, because everybody's depending on you to be reliable on a day-to-day basis. And both he and Phil for 48 minutes have been very, very consistent. And I think when Avery's played it, it's being able to play off the ball some. Then when he does play it and he is the primary handler, then he's able to play it even freer.
Okay, so let's talk about this new backcourt pairing. 4 games ago, they put Jordan Crawford in the starting lineup. All of a sudden, they win 4 games. It's incredible.
It's that simple, right?
Yeah, they barely beat the Heat. It's amazing what's happening with this team's offense because of putting Crawford there. Him and Bradley combined for 40 points tonight, 10 assists for Crawford. The movement, it's on both ends. The movement is better with Crawford as a starting point guard.
Yeah, it's a combination of putting Jordan Crawford at the point and also not putting Avery Bradley there.
Exactly.
And
putting Avery at the shooting guard.
Yeah, he was making a ton of turnovers in that previous role. It was not working for him. At the shooting guard, he's been really good at finding his spots and scoring in his ways. Because there's a lot of things Avery Bradley does offensively that don't work.
Yeah.
When he takes the ball and just drives to the basket, he gets his layup blocked every time. When he takes a 3,
literally every time.
Pretty much every time.
Yeah.
When he takes a 3, he misses it very, very often. But there are things he does well. He cuts to the basket without the ball in his hands and then catches it and scores. Mm-hmm. And he makes mid-range pull-up jumpers. Those are the things he does well. And in this off-ball position, he's doing those things, and he's being really, really efficient. He was 10 of 15 tonight. He only missed 5 shots. He had 24 points on 15 shots. He couldn't do that in his previous role, but now that he's off the ball, it's working for him.
All right, Travis, I've been a pretty vocal critic of Jordan Crawford ever since he got here, ever since his career. I have a lot of right to be critical of him. But as we heard Steven say off the top here, Crawford has been the consistent guy for this team. And especially now that he's getting the opportunity, he's without question the heart and soul of this offense right now, which still scares me a little bit. But I know you've been a lot stronger supporter of him throughout the years. So I mean, what do you have to say to me at this point?
Thanks for throwing that on me. But
you look smart now.
So. You gotta own that now that he's kind
of I'm on it. But my thing about Crawford is, I was a little hesitant at him being the point guard, because I know he's a great shooter. That's his technique. That's his game. He's a shooter. But this is actually the first time in a stretch that I've seen him actually facilitate and take over the game, like take over the offense, and actually, instead of looking for his own shot and creating his own shot, he's actually creating for other players, and it's showing the growth in his game. A lot of people are now actually looking at his overall game instead of, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, he's gonna shoot it. So
more like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, he's gonna shoot whatever.
You don't have enough time to count the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Trust me, if he could take up the whole 24, I'm pretty sure he would.
He almost has before. Go on. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
But when it comes to his game, he's just showing the growth over this, over the last 4 games on this winning streak. And the thing is, the locker room, they're actually believing in him too. Which is really the biggest part right there. When you get the guys that actually believe in you and you're starting to know where everybody's sweet spots are, only good things can come out of it. And that's what he showed so far. And he's been very humble about it, obviously. Like he's been able to do this his whole career.
Yeah.
Like I do this.
I don't know if I call that humble. I think he was kind of throwing it a little bit in the media's face.
A little bit.
He was trying to throw it a little bit, but at the same time, he was trying to be bashful about it. But at the end of the day, Jordan Crawford, he's Jordan Crawford.
Yeah.
You can't.
That is who he is.
As soon as Rondo comes back, I think everybody's roles will be better. But
they're gonna trade Rondo, right? Overpaid third guard. Who needs that?
Oh yeah, right. But with Jordan Crawford, it's kind of crazy because he's actually he's actually letting Avery Bradley get back into his role. Like you said, the slasher and the mid-range jumper. And he feels comfortable in that role because he's not the one that's being pressured to actually bring the ball down the court and facilitate and actually do that. Because as the previous 4 games, he had a lot of turnovers. So when you actually take him out that role, that expands his game, and then he can get into the defensive mindset and lock down his player while he's still trying to get those points on the other end. So it works out for us both ways, and Jordan's been a great asset, to the starting lineup.
Great segue. Let's hear from Bradley, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about him.
I worked on it a lot before the game. And, it's just more than anything, it's that confidence that Coach Stevens gives me. He tells me that if you're open, shoot it. You know, the ball at the beginning of the year was stagnant. We didn't really move a lot, but we're moving the ball very well because of trust, like I said.
Does the team kind of understand? I mean, we talked about this a little in Miami. There's no one star, and that if you guys are going to win, it has to be by sharing the ball.
Yes, and we know that. We know that we have to come every night and, you know, play as hard as we can. We can't start the game off, you know, playing lazy. We have to come out with fire.
All right, so before the game, Stevens was talking about the law of averages and how Kelly Olynyk is going to start hitting some shots. He did tonight, but Bradley especially. Now that he's in the shooting guard role, he's not like, it doesn't seem like those shots that he's hitting, and he was on fire tonight, of course, Evans, but he's getting the ball as opposed to kind of dribbling into trouble and taking the shot as a bailout shot.
Right. I think defenses aren't expecting him to shoot as much as they used to, because, I mean, when he had the ball in his hands, they were keying on him the whole time. And now he's kind of sneaking up on guys and getting open shots because they weren't looking for him. And it's been really impressive the way he's finding his shot without anybody even near him. I mean, he's getting open space and just firing away. It's a combination of X's and O's and also just his confidence to shoot. And right now, it's all working.
All right, well, that's it. We'll come back for part 3, Baller of the Night and Boxing Out. This is the Garden Report. Come back from the next video.